The quantum array hummed softly in the underground facility of the Global Advanced Research Division. Dr. Sarah Chen adjusted her neural interface, the holographic displays around her showing streams of data from humanity's first successful quantum teleportation experiment. The year was 2157, and humanity was about to make history, though not in the way they expected. Transfer sequence stable at 98%, announced James Rodriguez, his dark eyes fixed on the swirling patterns of quantum entanglement. The research team had spent 5 years developing this technology, combining artificial intelligence with quantum mechanics in ways that defied conventional physics. The facility shuddered suddenly, alerts blaring across every screen. Sarah's neural interface buzzed with warning signals as unknown energy signatures appeared in orbit. Multiple objects materializing in high Earth orbit, the AI assistant reported, its voice calm despite the gravity of the situation. Admiral David Kumar's hologram appeared in the center of the lab, his expression grave. Dr. Chen, we're detecting 15 vessels of unknown origin. They're unlike anything in our database. He paused, studying a data feed only he could see. And they're broadcasting on all frequencies. The message that followed changed everything humanity thought they knew about their place in the universe. Attention Earth civilization. This is High Marshal Xenavos of the Galactic Confederation. Your recent quantum experiments have attracted our attention. Prepare for diplomatic contact. Within hours, the first shuttle descended through Earth's atmosphere, landing at the specially prepared site outside the research facility. Sarah stood beside Admiral Kumar as the vessel's door opened with a soft hiss, revealing beings that looked almost, but not quite, human. Their skin had a subtle iridescent quality, and their eyes held an inner light that spoke of advanced genetic engineering. High Marshal Xenavos stood taller than her companions, her silver-white hair moving slightly in the breeze. Dr. Chen, she said, her voice translated perfectly by some unseen technology. Your quantum teleportation experiment. It's impossible. Sarah blinked. I'm sorry. According to all known laws of technological progression, your species should not have achieved stable quantum teleportation for at least another century. Yet here you are, not only achieving it but doing so with methods we've never seen before. The following days were filled with carefully controlled exchanges of information. The Confederation representatives grew increasingly agitated as they learned more about Earth's technological development. Humanity had taken paths they considered impossible, combining technologies in ways that bypassed centuries of what they considered necessary developmental stages. You integrated artificial intelligence with quantum systems? Asked Submarshal Krell, his crystalline eyes widening as he reviewed the data. That's not how it's done. AI development must precede quantum manipulation by at least 50 years. It's a fundamental law of technological progress. Sarah exchanged glances with James. We found that AI actually enhances quantum stability when properly integrated. The neural interfaces we developed allow for direct manipulation of quantum states through thought alone. The Confederation representatives grew even more concerned when they discovered humanity's advances in biotechnology. Earth had developed ways to enhance human capabilities through a combination of genetic engineering and technological integration that the aliens considered dangerously unorthodox. In a private meeting with Admiral Kumar, Xenavos revealed the true reason for their concern. Your species doesn't follow the natural order of technological development. You combine technologies that should be incompatible, create synergies that shouldn't be possible. It's not just unusual, it's dangerous. Dangerous to whom? Kumar asked directly. To the established order of the galaxy. For millennia, we have guided species along the proper path of development. But your methods, she paused, choosing her words carefully. They challenge everything we thought we knew about technological progress. As Sarah worked late in her lab that night, reviewing the Confederation's technological database they'd been granted access to, she began to understand the true implications of humanity's achievements. They hadn't just developed technology differently. They'd accidentally bypassed countless restrictions and limitations that the Confederation had placed on technological development throughout the galaxy. The quantum teleportation experiment that had drawn the Confederation's attention wasn't just advanced. It was revolutionary in ways humanity hadn't even realized. By combining AI, quantum mechanics, and neural interfaces, they had created something that the galaxy's ruling powers had thought impossible. They're not just surprised, Sarah told Admiral Kumar during their midnight briefing. They're scared. We've shown that their entire understanding of technological development might be wrong. And if we can do it, other species might realize they can do it too. Kumar finished, understanding dawning in his eyes. We've accidentally proven that their technological restrictions aren't natural laws at all. As the first part of this historic encounter drew to a close, humanity stood on the brink of a revolution they never expected to start. The Confederation ships hung in orbit like silver stars, their presence both a promise and a threat. Humanity had unknowingly challenged the fundamental principles of galactic civilization, and the consequences were only beginning to unfold. Sarah stared at the quantum array, its soft blue light pulsing in perfect harmony with her neural interface. They had created something beautiful in its elegance, efficient in its simplicity, and revolutionary in its implications. The question now was, what would the Confederation do about it? 3 weeks after first contact, Dr. Sarah Chen stood in a secure briefing room deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. The chamber, shielded by technologies unknown to the Confederation, hosted Earth's most critical meeting since the aliens' arrival. They've been lying to us, Sarah announced to the assembled military and scientific leaders. The holographic display behind her showed comparative analyses of Confederation technology against Earth's developments. Or more accurately, they've been lying to themselves. Admiral Kumar leaned forward, his weathered face illuminated by the floating diagrams. Explain. Sarah gestured, and her neural interface synchronized with the room's systems, bringing up detailed schematics. The Confederation's technological development protocol isn't just a guideline. It's a control mechanism. They've convinced themselves and every other species that technologies must be developed in a specific order. But we've proved that's not true. James Rodriguez, now heading Earth's Defensive Technology Division, added his own data to the display. We've analyzed their ship designs. They're advanced, yes, but they're inefficient. They use massive reactors for what we accomplish with systems a tenth the size. Their AI systems are powerful but rigid, unable to adapt like ours, because they're not truly integrated with their other technologies. The revelation sparked intense discussion among Earth's leadership. Humanity's unconventional approach to technological development, combining AI, quantum mechanics, and biotechnology in ways the Confederation deemed impossible, had accidentally created advantages they were only beginning to understand. Meanwhile, aboard the Confederation flagship in orbit, High Marshal Xenavos faced her own crisis. The humans are hiding something, she told her senior staff. Their visible technology is concerning enough, but our deep scans suggest significant underground facilities we cannot penetrate. Sub-Marshal Krell, his crystalline eyes reflecting the starlight, presented his analysis. Their power signatures don't match their supposed technological level. They're masking their true capabilities. On Earth, Sarah led a team through one of those hidden facilities, known as Project Prometheus. Here, away from Confederation observers, humanity's most advanced developments continued. The vast underground complex house technologies that would horrify their alien visitors, not because they were weapons, but because they represented everything the Confederation feared. Integration testing complete, announced Dr. Maya Patel, her neural interface glowing softly as she worked with their latest breakthrough. On the testing floor, a human operator merged consciousness with an AI system, controlling a network of quantum-enabled drones through thought alone. The technology represented a perfect fusion of human intuition, artificial intelligence, and quantum mechanics. Sarah watched the demonstration with pride and concern. The Confederation separates these technologies because they're afraid of the possibilities. They developed AI but keep it leashed. They have quantum systems but use them in limited ways. They modify genetics but never combine it with technology. And we've done all of it at once. Maya finished, understanding the implications. The truth was becoming clear. Humanity hadn't just developed technology differently. They'd discovered synergies the Confederation had deliberately avoided for millennia. Earth's neural interfaces were more advanced because they combined biological engineering with AI. Their quantum systems were more efficient because AI managed the quantum states. Every piece of human technology enhanced the others in ways the Confederation had never imagined. In orbit, Xenavos received a disturbing report from her superiors. The Confederation Council was divided on how to handle Earth. Some saw potential in humanity's innovations, but others feared the disruption these technologies could cause if they spread to other species. "We've detected attempts to access our database," Krell reported. "The humans are probing our systems with methods we've never seen before. Their AI, it thinks differently than ours." What Krell didn't know was that Sarah and her team had already succeeded in their infiltration. Earth's hybrid AI systems, combining quantum computing with neural network architecture, had found pathways through Confederation security that their rigid, traditional AIs couldn't detect. "Look at this," Sarah told Admiral Kumar, displaying the stolen data. The Confederation's entire technological hierarchy is based on fear. They discovered decades ago that combining certain technologies could lead to exponential growth, but they were afraid of losing control. So they created these development protocols and enforced them across the galaxy. Kumar studied the information grimly. They're not just restricting technology, they're restricting thought itself. By convincing species that certain combinations are impossible, they prevent anyone from even trying. In the depths of Project Prometheus, Earth's leaders faced a critical decision. Their hidden advantages were significant, but the Confederation's resources were vast. If conflict came, humanity's unconventional technology might be their only edge. "We need to prepare for every possibility," Kumar announced. "But we also need to understand what we're really fighting for. This isn't just about Earth anymore. We've discovered something fundamental about technological development that could change the galaxy." Sarah looked at the quantum AI hybrid system humming quietly in its chamber, its neural interfaces waiting to connect human consciousness with artificial intelligence and quantum mechanics in ways the Confederation thought impossible. "They're going to make us choose soon," she said, "between accepting their limitations or standing our ground. Then we better make sure we're ready," Kumar replied, authorizing the acceleration of Project Prometheus's final phase. As the second phase of this cosmic drama concluded, both sides prepared for decisions that would reshape galactic civilization. In their hidden facilities, humanity refined technologies that broke all the rules, while in orbit, the Confederation grappled with a species that challenged everything they thought they knew about technological progress. The message from the Confederation Council arrived at dawn. Dr. Sarah Chen watched the holographic transmission materialize in the command center, her neural interface detecting unusual patterns in the alien transmission that suggested agitation. Supreme Counselor Vexthor, a being of luminescent energy contained within in crystalline form, spoke with carefully measured words. "People of Earth, the Confederation has completed its evaluation of your civilization. Your technological development has been deemed dangerously aberrant. You have 48 Earth hours to begin dismantling your integrated systems and accept Confederation oversight of your future development." Admiral Kumar stood motionless as the transmission ended, the morning sun casting long shadows across the command center. "They're scared enough to make threats now," he observed quietly. Before Earth's leadership could formulate a response, Sarah's neural interface buzzed with an encrypted signal. The source was unlike anything she'd seen before. It wasn't human, but it wasn't using Confederation protocols either. "We need to see this," she announced, routing the signal through Project Prometheus's secure systems. The holographic display shimmered and resolved into the image of an alien Sarah had never seen before. Its form was almost feline, with iridescent scales and eyes that held ancient wisdom. "I am Nexus Alpha of the Cynthian Collective," the being announced. "We have been watching your confrontation with the Confederation with great interest. You are not alone in questioning their restrictions." Over the next hour, Earth's leaders learned of a hidden resistance within the galaxy. The Cynthians were one of several species who had secretly developed their own integrated technologies, hiding their true capabilities from the Confederation. Their methods were different from Earth's, but they shared the same fundamental insight. The arbitrary separation of technologies was holding back galactic civilization. The Confederation's fear of integrated systems goes back millennia. Nexus Alpha explained. "They once achieved what you have, combining AI, quantum mechanics, and biological enhancement. But their lack of ethical frameworks led to disaster. Instead of learning from their mistakes, they chose to prevent anyone from following that path." In orbit, High Marshal Xenavos received her own troubling reports. Long-range sensors had detected unusual energy signatures, suggesting unauthorized ships were approaching the Sol system. More worryingly, Earth's power signatures were changing in ways their systems couldn't interpret. "They're activating something," Krell reported, his crystalline eyes flickering with concern. "Multiple locations across their planet are showing energy patterns that defy our understanding." Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Project Prometheus entered its final phase. Sarah stood in the central chamber, surrounded by humanity's greatest technological achievement. A fully integrated system that merged human consciousness, artificial intelligence, and quantum mechanics on a scale the Confederation thought impossible. "Neural sync complete," Maya announced, her voice steady despite the tension. "Quantum field stabilized. AI networks operating at full capacity." The system they'd created wasn't just a weapon or a defense. It was a proof of concept that would shatter the Confederation's carefully maintained illusions. Through their neural interfaces, human operators could merge with AI systems that operated on quantum principles, achieving levels of consciousness and capability that transcended traditional boundaries between organic and artificial intelligence. "We're detecting multiple transmissions from the Confederation fleet," James reported. "They're calling for reinforcements, a lot of reinforcements." But the Confederation wasn't the only one making moves. Across the galaxy, the Cynthians and other hidden species began revealing themselves, using technologies they'd kept secret for generations. The carefully maintained order of the galaxy was unraveling. Sarah received another encrypted transmission, this time from a group calling themselves the Free Technologies Alliance, a coalition of species who had been secretly sharing technological innovations outside Confederation control. "Your world has become a symbol," their representative explained. "You've proven what many of us have long suspected, that the Confederation's restrictions are arbitrary. The question now is, are you ready to stand with us?" Admiral Kumar called an emergency meeting of Earth's Security Council. The situation was escalating faster than anyone had anticipated. "We have 3 options," he explained. "Submit to their demands and dismantle our technology. Stand alone against their fleet, or join with these other species and fight for a new way forward." Sarah shared the latest data from Project Prometheus. "Our integrated systems are now fully operational. We can interface with quantum fields in ways the Confederation can't detect, communicate instantly across any distance, and coordinate with AI systems that evolve faster than their static versions can comprehend." The tension in orbit reached a breaking point when new ships began appearing, vessels of designs unknown to the Confederation, representing species who had hidden their true capabilities for centuries. The balance of power was shifting rapidly. In a desperate move, High Marshal Xenavos requested a direct meeting with Earth's leaders. As she descended to the surface in her shuttle, escorted by Earth's quantum-enhanced fighters, she finally began to understand the true magnitude of what humanity had started. The Marshal found herself in a room with Sarah, Kumar, and representatives from 3 other species who had revealed themselves. The air was thick with tension and possibility. "Your enforcement of technological separation hasn't protected the galaxy," Sarah stated firmly. "It's held us all back. Every species here has proven that integration isn't just possible, it's natural. The only thing stopping us has been your artificial restrictions." As Part 3 drew to a close, the solar system had become the focal point of a galactic revolution. The Confederation's carefully maintained order was crumbling, and the choice between violent confrontation and fundamental change hung in the balance. In orbit, ships of a dozen species gathered, their presence a testament to the power of human innovation to inspire others to reveal their own hidden. The Confederation's response to the growing rebellion came swiftly and without warning. A massive fleet of warships emerged from hyperspace at the edge of the solar system, their arrival sending ripples through the quantum detection networks humanity had spread throughout their territory. Dr. Sarah Chen felt the disturbance through her neural interface before the alarms even began to sound. In Project Prometheus's command center, the holographic displays lit up with hundreds of hostile signatures. "They're not here to negotiate," she announced grimly. Admiral Kumar's expression hardened as he studied the tactical display. The Confederation fleet outnumbered Earth's defenders 10-1, even with their alien allies. Then let's show them why they should have been. Humanity had prepared for this moment. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, in facilities unknown to the Confederation, integrated systems of unprecedented sophistication hung to life. Each represented a fusion of technologies the Confederation had deliberately kept separate for millennia. "All quantum nodes online," Maya reported, her hands dancing through holographic controls. "Neural network synchronization at optimal levels. The AI collectives are ready." What the Confederation couldn't understand, was that humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology. It was their ability to use it in ways no one had imagined possible. The first attack came from the Confederation fleet, a massive barrage of energy weapons designed to overwhelm planetary defenses. But Earth's shields didn't work like anything they'd encountered before. The quantum AI hybrid systems predicted the attack patterns microseconds before they hit, adapting the shield harmonics in real time through direct neural interfaces with their human operators. "Shield efficiency at 98%, James announced, his voice tight with concentration as he coordinated the defense grid. "Their weapons are powerful, but predictable. The AIs are already developing countermeasures." High Marshal Xenavos, now commanding the Confederation fleet, watched in disbelief as their initial assault dissipated against Earth's defenses. "Impossible," she whispered. "Their shields should have collapsed under that barrage." But humanity was done playing defense. From hidden bases across the solar system, Earth's ships emerged, vessels that looked deceptively small compared to the massive Confederation warships. Each was controlled by a fusion of human consciousness and artificial intelligence, operating on quantum principles that made them nearly impossible to target. "Show them what integrated technology can really do," Kumar ordered. The battle that followed would be remembered for generations across the galaxy. Earth's ships moved in ways that defied conventional physics, their quantum drives allowing them to appear and disappear at will. Their weapons weren't just energy beams, they were targeted quantum disruptions guided by AI systems that could predict and exploit weaknesses in Confederation technology. Sarah coordinated the battle through Project Prometheus's central network. Her consciousness merged with the AI systems that monitored every aspect of the conflict. Through the neural interface, she could feel the quantum fields shifting, see the patterns of probability that governed the battle. The Synthians and other allied species joined the fight, each bringing their own unique innovations to bear. Ships that had hidden their true capabilities for centuries revealed weapons and defenses that the Confederation had never imagined possible. "Their formations are breaking," Maya reported, monitoring the tactical displays. "Their rigid command structure can't adapt to our unpredictable attack patterns." The Confederation fleet, for all its size and power, was fighting according to doctrines and technologies that had remained unchanged for millennia. They had never faced an enemy that could think and fight in 3 dimensions simultaneously, using quantum mechanics to turn space itself into a weapon. In the midst of the chaos, Sarah detected something unusual, a pattern in the quantum fields that suggested communication between ships, but not using any known technology. Some of their own ships are trying to contact us, she realized. Through the secure quantum channels, messages began arriving from within the Confederation fleet. Not every species was willing to maintain the old restrictions. As the battle raged, ships began breaking formation, their crews choosing to side with Earth and its allies. Your integration of technologies isn't just more efficient, one Confederation captain transmitted as his ship joined Earth's forces. It's right. We've been living in a cage of our own making. High Marshal Xenavos watched her fleet's carefully maintained order crumble in the face of humanity's unconventional warfare. Ships that should have been impossible were running circles around her largest vessels. Weapons that violated every principle of proper technological development were cutting through their best defenses. But the greatest shock came when Earth unveiled its masterstroke. Through their quantum networks, they began broadcasting the truth, not just to the fleet, but to every species in the galaxy. The technical data, the proofs, the demonstrations of integrated technology that the Confederation had hidden for so long. We're not just fighting their ships, Sarah explained to Kumar as they watched the battle unfold. We're fighting their entire worldview, and that's a battle they've already lost. As the fourth phase of the conflict reached its climax, the solar system had become a testament to the power of human innovation. The Confederation's mighty fleet found itself outmaneuvered and outfought by ships a fraction of their size, their rigid tactics useless against enemies who could operate outside the bounds of their limited understanding. The battle wasn't just breaking the Confederation's military power, it was shattering the foundations of their control over galactic technology. With every passing moment, more ships defected, more crews chose to embrace the new possibilities that humanity had proven were possible. In the quantum-enhanced command center, Sarah and her team coordinated a symphony of integrated technologies that the Confederation had feared for millennia. And as their enemies' formations crumbled, the truth became undeniable. The age of restricted technology was coming to an end. 1 month after the Battle of Sol system, representatives from over 200 species gathered in Earth's orbital assembly station. The massive structure, built using integrated technologies that would have been forbidden just weeks ago, served as a powerful symbol of the changing galaxy. Dr. Sarah Chen stood at the main podium, her neural interface connecting her to translation systems that allowed every being present to understand her words perfectly. The chamber was filled with an extraordinary mix of life forms, from energy beings contained in crystalline shells to silicon-based intelligences in mechanical bodies. We stand at a turning point in galactic history, she began. The old restrictions have fallen, not through force alone, but through the power of truth. We've proven that technology need not follow arbitrary paths. Innovation comes from integration, from combining different approaches in new ways. In the audience, High Marshal Xenavos, now representing the reformed Confederation planets, listened intently. The battle had changed her as much as it had changed the galaxy. She had seen firsthand how humanity's approach to technology had not led to chaos, but to possibilities she had never imagined. The Confederation's fear of integrated technology came from a real place, Sarah acknowledged. They saw the potential for disaster and chose to prevent it through restriction. But humanity discovered something different, that the key to safe technological development isn't separation, but synthesis. Admiral Kumar, standing beside the representatives of the Synthian Collective and other former hidden species, activated the chamber's holographic systems. Above the assembled delegates, a demonstration of Earth's integrated systems played out. Neural interfaces linked to quantum AI hybrids, biological enhancements working in harmony with technological improvements, all guided by ethical frameworks that had been developed alongside the technology. Our greatest achievement wasn't any single innovation, Sarah continued. It was understanding that technology should evolve naturally, in concert with our ethical and social development. The Confederation tried to prevent disaster by enforcing artificial limitations. We prevented it by embracing the responsibility that comes with advancement. The changes sweeping the galaxy were already apparent. Ships representing dozens of species were being upgraded with integrated systems, combining technologies in ways that improved efficiency and capability. More importantly, species were sharing their hidden innovations, each contribution adding to a growing foundation of unified technological understanding. Maya's voice came through Sarah's neural interface. The quantum networks are detecting unprecedented levels of technological exchange across the galaxy. It's like watching a dam break. All the innovation that was held back for centuries is flowing freely now. The assembly wasn't just about celebrating victory or marking the end of restrictions. It was about establishing a new framework for galactic civilization, one based on cooperation and shared advancement rather than control and limitation. We propose the establishment of the Galactic Innovation Exchange, Sarah announced, not to control technology, but to share it, to ensure that advancement serves all species, that no breakthrough is hidden away out of fear. James, coordinating security through the quantum networks, detected an interesting pattern in the delegates' responses. The energy signatures from the assembled species, they're synchronizing. It's like watching 1,000 different instruments find harmony. The old Confederation had maintained order through restriction. The new alliance would maintain it through understanding. Earth's example had shown that when species were free to develop naturally, they often found similar solutions, convergent evolution on a technological scale. Our victory wasn't just human, Sarah reminded the assembly. It belonged to every species that dared to think differently, to experiment beyond the established boundaries. The Synthians, the Free Technologies Alliance, even those within the Confederation who questioned the old ways, we all contributed to this moment. Xenavos rose to speak, her presence commanding attention. For millennia, my people believed we were protecting the galaxy. We were wrong. We were not preserving order. We were preventing progress. Earth showed us that true stability comes not from control, but from cooperation. The assembly concluded with the signing of the New Dawn Accords, a framework for technological cooperation that would reshape galactic civilization. The document, written in quantum-encrypted code that could be read by any species technology, established principles for shared development while respecting the unique paths each civilization might take. In the months that followed, the galaxy experienced an unprecedented flourishing of innovation. Species that had developed in isolation for centuries began sharing their discoveries. Technologies that had been kept separate merged in ways that created new possibilities. The rigid hierarchy of the old Confederation gave way to a network of cooperation and exchange. Sarah stood in Project Prometheus's command center one evening, watching through the quantum networks as innovation spread across the stars. Humanity's greatest contribution hadn't been any single technology. It had been showing the galaxy that progress didn't have to be feared. Ready for the next breakthrough? Maya asked, her neural interface glowing softly as she coordinated with AI systems across the solar system. Sarah smiled, feeling the quantum fields humming with possibility. The great experiment was just beginning. Humanity had shown the galaxy a new way forward, but the real journey, the exploration of what was truly possible when all species worked together, was just beginning. Above Earth, ships of 1,000 designs moved in harmony, their integrated technologies a testament to what was possible when artificial boundaries fell away. The stars themselves seemed brighter, as if reflecting the dawn of a new age of discovery and cooperation. The galaxy had been transformed not by force of arms, but by force of innovation, and in that transformation lay the promise of a future limited only by imagination and understanding rather than fear and restriction.